Pandas. Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us today. Man, I am excited. I don't know about you guys, but TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. Oh, how I love Mondays. Oh, how I look forward to trading. Oh, how I look forward to scalping the media. Oh, how I look forward to joining this community every single week. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat. Let me know who's here. Also, your location to get a better feel of what our community makeup is. Pandas, hope you guys had a banger weekend. Hope you guys had an amazing Halloween. Hope no funny business happened with you guys. Hope everyone had an amazing time. Got to celebrate a little bit, have a little fun yesterday. Throw in the chat what you were on Halloween, if you guys don't mind sharing. That's right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Power Trader, good morning from LA. And Bonnet from Minnesota. Good morning. Duncan Kilgore from Oklahoma, good morning. Icky, good morning. From Chicago, happy Monday. Thim Cone, also from Minnesota. Let's go, baby. Bernadette, good morning from New York. Hey, Bernadette, let me know in the chat if you're a full-time trader or if you're a full-time worker, employee, full-time stay-at-home mom, whatever you are. Let me know in the chat. I'd like to know because you're also on the East Coast. I just want to know how you're balancing trading and working. And I think the chat will love to know as well. Phil W. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream, Pandas. Aaron Korn. Good morning from Los Angeles. He says, new month, baby. That's right. It's a new month, new week, new day. Power Trader, 1st of November, start of the new month. Let's go, baby. Alejandro says, good morning from Spain. Dexio Trading, full-time trader here. Let's go, baby. Bill Jesso, good morning from Canada. Hey, let me know in the chat if you're a full-time trader. Give me a 1 if you're a full-time trader. Also, if you're a full-time trader, put in the chat how long it took you to come to the point where you wanted to become a full-time trader. Like, how long were you trading for until you realized, I think I gotta take this full-time. I think this is a viable way to make money and income. I think the chat would love to know that. I too am interested. I actually am. I am not a full-time trader. I'm a part-time trader. Just like to trade the power hour with you guys. I always said I always have to make more money, like significantly more money, as in I think I need to make double the money doing this before I decided to go full-time. Double the money I do this than the money I'm making now, plus consistently doing it for about probably a year or two, and then I'll feel probably pretty comfortable. Throw in the chat if, let's also know in the chat, when did you think was a good time for you to switch from part-time trading to full-time trading? Ooh, Bernadette's genius. She says, I'm an IT director. Spending endless hours in front of multiple monitors. Mine as well. Be looking at the market as well, especially if you're working from home. Let's go, baby. That's the dream. Dexios has been trading for 21 years. Traded through college. This guy's he's special. He's different. You know, how many of you guys are trading during college? That's not something common for a lot of people. I wish I traded through college. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy November. Let's see if we can get some good volatility this November. Man, I don't know what it is, pandas. I just cannot find the setups that I like. I really can't. I really could not find setups that I liked on Friday. Man, I just could not find good setups. I don't know what it is, pandas. Just could not find good setups. This is a decent setup here. But, I mean, you're in a downtrend at the moment. And, I mean, you do have break a trend, new low. H4 setup here with the reversal. It's not a bad trade, actually. I think if I saw this trade live on Friday, only thing that'll stop me is, of course, hitting the top of the trading range, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 multiple hits right here. And it's just kind of choppy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 overlapping bars. One of them being a doji. And so you're just kind of hesitant here to go long, especially when you just kind of had this reversal right here, making multiple legs down. One leg down, two legs down. So just a little confusing here, but hindsight bias, of course, is 2020. With that signal bar to go long. Not bad, not bad. I just could not find it. I didn't like it because of all the overlapping bars, man. When you have like 7 overlapping bars, it's not something what I like to jump in on. You do have a higher low second entry here. Decent trade, I think. Yeah, this is not a bad trade as well. But this as well, when you break below the 20 MA like this, come back above it, kind of hard because you're slicing through the 20 MA now, like twice. Slice it through once, slice it through twice. Signal bar is also doji. Showing some chop here with the trading range indicator as well. Here, you have a decent setup. I thought this is probably one of the best setups on Friday. Comes after an L4 setup. Failed L5. Hitting the top of the trading range. Oh, sorry, the channel here. And the reason why I'm saying it hits the top because we made this channel based on previous information, right? If you can't make channels based on previous information, your channel is completely useless, untradeable, unactionable. So you have these 3 pivots here, this pivot, this pivot, this pivot, and if you extend it, you actually get the top of the channel here, which is helpful information because this previous information gave us forward-looking information. And so we were hitting the top of this channel here, and I decided, maybe we'll start to reverse, maybe try to look for the bottom of the channel. And yeah, the channel. It is a channel. Top of the channel to the bottom of the channel. And not only that, we hit with the L4 setup with a failed H5, which is a good sign. And coming back up to make a double top here. And this is a perfect double top, as you can see. Right. You have here, then you have this double top, micro double top. And then you have this double top, perfect double, exact same price point hitting it. And then you get this reversal pattern here with the ABC below the 20 MA. Right, breaking below 20 MA, making an ABC pattern with a Pikachu setup. And I think that's probably one of your best setups here of the day. And you could possibly have swung this all the way down to the bottom of the channel, but of course, you know, that's more risky, as in the probability is less, right, to make the scalp, but you can try and make a scalp plus runner types strategy here. But from the top of the channel to the bottom channel, and we actually do a failed bounce on the channel and break below it, and then finally come back into the channel until we come back to the top of the channel way over here last night. Absolutely incredible. I also marked this one here. I mean, again, when I see this, I can't take this long. I'm not taking this long here. I'm sorry. It's just when you are below the 20 MA like that, I just cannot go long there with a terrible signal bar. Does give you a point though. Can't go long here. Could I have gone short here is a question. Above the 20 MA, making a gap. and that's hard for me, especially when you're bouncing off the bottom of a channel like this. I'm not interested in going long there. I'm just not. I'm simply not. And I was getting so frustrated because if this happened just below the 20 MA, that would have been a nice setup in my opinion. But this happened above the 20 MA and giving us basically no setup for us. Lower high second entry gives us a perfect scalp, which would have trapped us, and you would have been broken right here, right, with this bar. Then comes down, and then you're just wondering what's happening. You make a new low, right? Break of trend, new low here. So you're thinking maybe possible reversal pattern, and that's what you get here, the reversal pattern way above the 20 MA. And so you got that new low, two-legged pullback, fail second entry short to go long. And so you have this break of trend. So you have this trend line. That's why I drew this trend line a while back. And you see a break of trend right here, and it's kind of going above the 20 MA as well. Break of trend, new low. With this new low, you're looking for a reversal pattern. This is where you get the reversal pattern. I was really thinking about this reversal pattern, but I don't know. When I was looking at it, it kind of looked like this, and I was like, maybe yesterday's or Thursday's high might be a resistance, and we started to get these kind of failed breakouts, and yeah, I just. Oh, and honestly, it was just a little too far from the 20 MA for me. You know, like in my opinion, when I was watching this, I was actually looking at this, and I told myself if we got the reversal pattern here, I would have entered. Let me move this so you can see a little bit better. But I told myself I saw this lower low, right, from this low, and I saw us break above the 20 MA with a strong bull bar, and I was like, if I saw a fail second entry short here, I would definitely take it. But the problem is, pandas, we didn't make the second entry short. We missed it by one tick. We actually made a nice signal bar here and I was hoping this trigger one tick below. It never triggers. And for the bulls, the micro double bottom here was enough for them to enter long right here. You can see the gap here, which is another strength of the bulls here. Signs of strength, right? You have the top of this bar, the bottom of this bar, and they don't even touch. So you'd have a gap here. And so that means that when this goes all the way up and comes back down to retest, people are waiting with limit orders, right? They're like, oh darn, I missed this. I missed a spike up. And so they enter with limit orders here. You can see the bounce here, and then they came in a little bit later. One tick above this bar here, which is the signal bar. But man, I was getting so frustrated, and then when I saw that this missed, I was like, I don't want to take this trap here because I feel like the trap pretty much triggered here, and it ended up being pretty strong going up, but and kind of far from the 20 MA. But this has been a really nice trap. If we could have got one tick lower, that's all I wanted. I wanted one tick lower. Didn't get it. Didn't get my setup, so I just skipped it. Just moved on, and yeah, it is what it is. But I did take a trade yesterday, last night, and I took this trade here. I did take this short here because I felt like we're going to try to come back down to close this gap. And so I took the short on this yeah, I actually took it on the 10K chart. I saw this doji bar, and I actually took the short here for 2 points, thinking that we were trying to come at least try to come to the bottom to close this gap from yesterday's or Friday's close, and I missed it. It missed it, but I just scalped out 2 points, thinking that was enough for me, and I got 2 points with 2 contracts. The risk was big, so that's why I traded 2 contracts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.5 points of risk. So I was like, 4 contracts is a little too much risk for me for this trade, especially with the signal bar not looking too strong. Plus, we're going kind of an uptrend. I just felt like we're going to try to close that gap, and it was a 2-legged move. A very nice 2-legged move on the 10K chart, by the way. By the way, if you want to know what chart I'm looking at, you can look at the bottom left of your screen. You can see what time frame I'm on. And so I'm on the 10,000 tick time frame, and I saw this 2-legged pullback, decent signal bar. I just felt like we're going to come back to the bottom, trying to close this gap. We ended up closing the gap a little bit later, but yeah, I got 2 points from that. So that's why I'm up 2 points right now. No problem. That's easy peasy. Easy money right there. What do we got going on? This channel still looking nice, pandas. This channel still looking nice. Gonna take some noise away here. Especially... We had this channel going up, break of trend, new high, and we had no reversal pattern. We hit the top of the channel once again, pandas. And guess where we're finding ourselves? We're bouncing off the bottom of this channel. I think this channel is valid. I think we have a nice channel here, pandas. Giving us a nice price action. I'm keeping it here. I'm not adjusting it because I feel like these are just failed breakdowns of this major channel. And so failed breakout, failed breakdowns. So I'm keeping this channel as it is until maybe I get multiple. If I get another breakdown, then maybe I'll change it up a little bit, update it. But right now, this is the main channel, in my opinion. Market's about to open in 10 minutes. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Also, don't forget to scalp that like button. Top of the channel to the bottom of the channel again. But I'm not looking to go short there. Terrible signal bar. We are in a good, like a semi-good position, right? Because you're hitting the top of the channel again, but you just don't know. I mean, the channel can break, can easily break, and when you're talking about like a 90% probability, that's not it. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the trade you're looking for, pandas. Hindsight bias, you can of course tell, but when you see something like this, it's kind of hard, in my opinion, to go short into that. It might trap again, might have multiple traps up. It's just, that would be really counter trend trading. You would need a reversal pattern around here, you know, with the new low, break a trend. I draw it again. You have break a trend, new low. Sorry, break a trend, new high, and now you're looking for a reversal pattern around this area. Never happens though, right? You're looking for some sort of two-legged pullback, fails, and then reverses. That's your reversal pattern, but with a trap. Never happens, so you just cannot enter that trade. There's nothing there for us. No setup. Unfortunately, even though the move was nice, just no setup for us. Good morning, Pandas. Hey, make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat. As you guys are rolling in, I'm Bob Money. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us. We are continuing our Apex funded account evaluation, and the goal is we got to make $9,000 before hitting a $5,000 drawdown. And if we can do that, then we will get a $150,000 funded account from Apex to trade for them. And you keep 90% of the proceeds, 90% of your profits you keep. And in my opinion, I think this is one of the best deals you can get in terms of funded accounts. Right now, there is a 50% off code, Apex50. And this code is valid till November 15th. And so make sure you guys take advantage if you guys are interested in Apex. And Henster, yeah, welcome back. I haven't seen your name in a while. Welcome back, welcome back. Hey, and make sure it helps a lot if you guys use the link in the pinned message. If you want to go, there's a pinned message there telling you about the coupon and also with a link. 150K, let's get that bamboo. And so in my mind, I was like, hey, this is nice. You get to trade someone else's money, and all you have to really do is pass this evaluation and then pay for market fees, market data fees monthly, and then you get to trade using their funded account. So right now I'm up around $1,400, and it's been about 4 days since I started this. Oh, sorry, it's about 3 days. This is the 4th day, and so at this rate, maybe it might take a month. I'm not sure. I'm trading pretty conservatively here, but to be honest, I just didn't find the setups that I liked. I don't know. It's been very frustrating, and I just didn't find the setups that I liked. My 90% or greater probability setups. Yep, Henser K, you get 90% of your profits. I think it's the best deal. I think Lilu has a similar thing, but I think they activate that 90% profits like later down the road or something. I think Apex was basically modeled after Lilu. I believe the story is the person who created Apex used Lilu and hated the experience, and they're like, man, if only if these things were here, And so I guess this person, because of competition, created Apex, and so they're kind of new, and so we're trying them out. So let's find our best setups possible, pandas. Let's go, baby. Good morning, Richard Harris. Dexio says gold in college was $50 a day. I mean, if your account is like $1,000, that's pretty good. I mean, or even $5,000. That's like what, one contract, 1 point. Arif Rashid, pandas. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but he asked, how can you control your greed at trading? The best way to control your greed is to be punished by your greed, and so you just learn your lesson. That is the best way, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone has different temperaments, so it takes people a different amount of times to temper their greed. And Bonnet says also you get 100% on the first $10,000 on Apex. Hopefully we can finish this journey sooner than later. I want to hurry up and get to the funded account, but you know, doesn't mean I'm not rushing anything. I'm just taking my time. No need to rush here. What is a few months in terms of trading long term? And hope you guys are doing amazing. For those who are just joining, I'm Buy Money. Welcome to my stream. On this stream, we are currently doing an Apex evaluation to get a $150,000 funded account, and you guys are joining me on this journey here to get this funded account. Pandas, on the stream, we're gonna do it by trading only one single instrument, the biggest, baddest, most liquidable market in the world, the E-mini futures. It is the S&P 500 futures. It is the E-mini. It is the ES. It is the Super Bowl of trading. We trade it here every single day. We traded only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this: 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. And with this setup, we can, in the right context, it's greater than 90% probability to make 1 point on the E-mini. And so we try to find in key areas such as moving averages, trend lines, channels, support resistance levels. If you want more information about the setup, go to the description below. There are playlists describing in detail about the two-legged pullback. Also, we trade pure price action, so everything on the screen helps us with price action. We have the trading range indicator using pure price action. We have to identify these trading ranges. We also have the two-legged pullback indicator identifying all second entries for us and traps. If you want more information about the indicators, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Also, if you're interested in the Apex account, you can also use the link in the pinned message. Currently, there is a 50% off code, Apex50, lasting until November 15th. So take advantage if you guys are interested in that. Pandas, hope you guys are doing amazing. Hey, we're going to find those two-legged pullbacks. We're going to get our bamboo today. Let's get our bamboo. Pandas, actually forgot. Let me reload my historical here. Market's about to open in 20 some seconds. Bernadette asks, will they also share your losses? That's exactly what it is. You get to trade someone else's, market just opened. You get to trade someone else's money. And so yes, if you lose money, they lose money. But they have a drawdown. So with the $150,000 account, the max you can only lose is $5,000. But the nice thing is if you make enough capital, the drawdown becomes a static drawdown. That means that if you go, and the static drawdown is the original amount of the account, which is 150,000. And so if you go, the static drawdown is basically $150,000 plus $100. And so that's a nice thing about Apex. And so there's no more trailing drawdown if you have enough capital. If you basically have more than 5,000, if you made more than $5,000 in the funded account, then your new static drawdown is 150K, which is your original capital investment. And so hopefully to them, right, if you ever go to that drawdown, right, they're gonna liquidate your account. And on their part, they have lost no money. Basically, they're risking on their end $5,000 on every trader if they get to the funded account. And so the business model is obviously they make money on evaluations, and I think they do make probably some money on those market data fees, because it should not cost, you know, $85 for market data. It should cost $4. But I'm gonna if I get to that point, I'm gonna ask them a couple more questions in terms of that market data fee. We do have a two-legged pullback here off of this channel, but we're in a downtrend, pandas. So I'm not looking to go long here. Even though we are hitting the bottom of the channel here very nicely, we do have a Pikachu trade, but we're under the 20 EMA, as you can see. We're in a downtrend, and we did hit this, but in my opinion, I need a reversal pattern in order to go long here, and this is just not it, in my opinion. We're in a downtrend, and so currently that's making you sweat if you're long here. Currently making you sweat, but good chance to make a point soon, looks like. But skipping that trade makes an absolute scalp. We do hit the bottom, but you know, when you have breakout trend like this, you're looking for a new low, right? You're looking for a failed breakdown. I wasn't expecting to bounce off like this, especially on a downtrend like this. We do have a two-legged pullback after that, but that's a little risky, pandas. Right? Is a higher low two-legged pullback, higher low bottom, right? Double bottom here, coming off of that trend line, coming off this channel here, and yeah, I mean, ends up giving you a point, but I was looking for a new low before entering long there, and it is what it is. So no setup for me that I liked, right? Below the 20 EMA on a downtrend. Hard to go long there, in my opinion. So if you went long there, congrats, pandas. SW Blaze says, I think you have to pay for data as a pro trader. Okay, that might be it. If you know, your status might change to a pro trader. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm gonna have to find out more information as I get there. The 10K chart hitting the bottom of the trading range here on the 10K chart. Can come back to the top of trading. Also, the 10K to 20 EMA is acting as a strong support right now. I do not fight the 10K 20 EMA. I do not. I refuse to fight it. If it's above the 20 EMA like this, if it comes back down, there's a good setup, right, to go short even on a reversal. If it's above the 20 EMA, I will not take it. Right, when 20 EMA is acting as a strong support on the 10K chart, it is, in my opinion, very, very strong. We do have a reversal pattern here now, pandas, but unfortunately, we don't have it with the new extreme. So this could be a little confusing. Decent signal bar to go short. We could have the reversal here now, but the strong downtrend, man, you're thinking potential measure move here. We do have a couple things for us, right? We have the 10K, 20 EMA. We're bouncing off of that. Okay, the trap does trigger to the long side. I'm gonna sit on my pause here, though. I'm gonna sit on my pause here. If this was a new low, I would have really liked that, but the new low didn't happen. We do have a double bottom setup, but we could be looking for the new low still, pandas. So you gotta be aware of that. You have to be aware of that. Also measure move potentially here. So that's why I'm sitting on my pause. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. We are above the 20 EMA now, but you know, we basically have one breakup trend, and I don't think I'm convinced enough that this is an uptrend to really go long here. We could still be making that new low here. And we also have a L4 setup here. This L4 makes a point on the L4. For those who went long here, thoughts and prayers, right? Because you just got stopped out. If you had a MAC in stop loss, risk is not that large, but you know, it is what it is, right? You're looking for that new low here. I'm not sure the new low is going to happen though. You know, if it fails to make a new low here as well, It might not be a bad long setup here. It's trying to make that new low with the L4. It does give you an absolute scalp, which is good sign for the bears. But you want some follow through, right? No follow through currently. You will want some follow through. We're basically hitting the top of the trading range, the bottom trading range on the trading range indicator in 2000 tick chart. Looking for that new low now. Right, we want this finish. We want this move to finish. Icky asks, Panda, can you refresh your charts? I actually just refreshed it, so it should be good. Strong bear bar ending near its low. Looking for that new low, pandas. That's why I didn't go long here. That's why I didn't go long here as well, because this new low could have happened in this area. So even though I missed it, it's all good. Whoops, this is way too long. 1 second. Did I draw right? First time. Looking for that new low. Most of you guys think it's gonna be a trading range day today. On the daily, currently this is how we look like. Something happened to my charts. They all got refreshed. Like I lost all my templates. New low attempted, missed it by 1 tick for the double bottom. I'm gonna sit on my pause here, not much to do. See, pandas, right here we have a two-legged pullback, and this two-legged pullback fails. This makes me think like we just have so much room to go up, right? When this two-legged pullback fails to reverse the market after the new high, in my opinion, we can have a lot more room to go up. I'm just, there's nothing stopping us from just keep going up, in my opinion here. Other than like the obvious, like we're like a little overextended. Okay, so we have made that new low. We're breaking this this channel finally. H4 setup here. Right, again, it's like frustrating because it's above the 20 EMA, so it's not something you want to even go short in. It's not a setup for us, pandas. It's just unfortunate. So we gotta find those good setups, pandas. We're gonna find the best setups possible as a community. Let's go, baby. Second entry short on the 10K chart. Ooh, but trading range currently. I'm not going short into that. Right into the trading range. Right when we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits right there, acting as support. That's not something I'm looking for. Keeping an eye on that 10K chart. Something interesting on the 10K chart you should take note of, pandas, is this. We have a measure move from here to here. Copy and paste it, we have this measure move, and it hits it pretty much to the T, goes above it about 1 point, and it reverses off of that measure move. From bottom here, actually, it could be a little more accurate. A little more accurate here. A little more precise. Right, hits it almost, right? Basically 1 point, breaks above it, and we hit that measure move on the 10K chart. So this might be the reason why we're finding a nice pullback here on the 10K chart. The 10K is producing a nice signal bar right now, right, to enter long. But I'm gonna sit on my pause here, pandas. Because we're under the 20 EMA, we did make that new low here. If I saw a reversal pattern here on the 2K chart, I think I'll be pretty interested on the 2K chart to find if we find a nice reversal pattern. But on the 10K chart, we simply have a two-legged pullback, just a little too choppy for me. A, B, C. I could potentially enter this to go long. It's not a bad setup, but Yeah, I mean, you have break a trend to new high, hitting that measure move. Signal bar is not that good anymore. I just can imagine this reversing here and being a pretty strong reversal. I think the only way I can really take this if I get a reversal set up on the 2K chart. We're under the 20 EMA on the 2K chart, so that the 10K looks enticing because it's a two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA. But we do have break a trend here, new high. Also, you have here the 20 EMA blocking us. If we start to break above here and we got a trap trade to the long side, I may be interested. Thinking, right, this is a failed breakdown of this channel, and we're going to continue this channel. But a couple things that we got to look for here. Just sitting on my pause though, no setups for me at this moment, really. Just watching, pandas. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Hope you guys had an amazing Halloween. You're getting a push up here. I am kind of interested in. Ooh, never mind. That is a two-legged pullback to the short side. I'm gonna sit on my pause here though, pandas. I'm gonna sit on my pause here. I'm not gonna take this short. I'm just not sure if, you know, if this downtrend is done. Right? If, in my opinion, this downtrend can be done because we made that new low here. Break of trend, new low. Right, break of trend right here. Makes a new low. Potentially trying to trap here, but below the 20 EMA. Very strange. Very strange here, but with the L4 setup. Failed trap. Man, that's a lot of things going for us. But below the 20 EMA, downtrend. Ho, 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 boy. Decent signal bar. We're still below the 20 EMA. Don't like that. Man, but this looks good for a long here. I may go long here, pandas. I'm gonna take this long here. Ooh, that's a strong push down. 20 EMA blocking us still here. Do I want to go long downtrend at the moment still? Especially with the reaction like that, no follow through. Like, I'm happy he didn't trigger one tick above because I would have been in this trade and I'll be sweating right now. Keeps resetting. Keeps resetting. I'm even losing this. Not sure why this keeps happening. Coming back down. Right, 20 EMA on the 2K chart acting as a resistance clearly here. Right here, acting resistance. Here, acting as resistance. So we're identifying the resistance here on the 2K chart, showing that the bears have some power. Right? Failed breakdown again. That actually makes me want to go long. This makes me even want to go long even more. Right? Failed to, like, comes back down. Imagine if you went short here. You can't even come out break even. Right? It just touches you. But we're still below the 20 MA. Very difficult. I mean, it's a decent reversal pattern. I just wish it was a little higher. Wish it wasn't below the 20 MA like this. If it was above the 20 MA, I think no brainer. I'll take this long. Hitting a micro double bottom here now. Still below the 20 MA. Okay, now those who try to come out break even are coming out break even. Now those coming out break even are making money. So you gotta notice that. You have to notice that, pandas. Right? You shouldn't be making money as a bear if this is gonna reverse. Right? This is reversal patterns looking mad sus. Very sus right now. Right, this break a trend to new low, and I'm looking for a reversal pattern here. I mean, we could get it here with a two-legged pullback, pandas. It looks really weird, but it's a two-legged pullback. Right, A, B, C. It's a two-legged pullback. Right, another attempt to break below. Right, and this two-legged pullback currently is failing, and now you have this trap here. Still, we're still in trap city, pandas. Still in trap city. You can see with the perfect scalp here. It's a terrible signal bar, plus below the 20 MA. I am going to have to sit on my pause on this one, pandas, even though this could have potential of a really big move up. Like a reversal, like maybe back to the top of the channel. It could do that, pandas. But I'm going to sit on my pause here because I don't like the setup. I don't like it below the 20 MA like this. I don't like the signal bar that we have. A lot of things I don't like about it. But the 10K chart's still fighting for that 20 MA, right? We still haven't made a moving average gap. There's no gap between the high and the moving average. So, you know, the 10K chart's still pretty strong in terms of the 20 MA, in my opinion. The 5-minute chart, right? Confusion on the 5-minute. Almost want to go long here on the 10K chart. Risk is not even that large. 1, 2, 3.5 points of risk here on a two-legged pullback setup off the 20 MA on the 10K chart. Ooh-wee. Oh, we do trigger the trap here on the 2K chart. We do trigger the trap. Still below the 20 MA. And so now you're kicking yourself if you went into this long because you're like, okay, I see the reversal pattern. I see a decent signal bar to go long. And then you're like, I think I'll take the risk fighting the 20 EMA here on the 2K chart. Now you're kicking yourself, saying, why did I enter long there? I knew the 20 EMA was here. Why did I go long? All right, for those who went long here, I knew the 20 EMA was there to block me, and now you're getting trapped out. You're actually technically still in this trade because your signal bar is right here. Right, this is your pivot low, so you actually have your stop loss right here, and you're still safe technically, but you're really sweating at this point, and now you're stopped out. So that's why you don't go long there when you see a clear resistance, right? And how many times on this stream have I said I don't want to do that, and it made a point? I can't tell you. It happened many times, but it really just takes that one time to realize that it's worth skipping all those, because now you're down 1, 2, 3.5 points, right? And so below the 20 MA downtrend, you know, we don't have a good clear evidence that this is an uptrend yet. Still downtrend in my opinion, especially with this failed reversal here. Right, we should have reversed there, but we did not. Now this trap is failing. It stops you out by 1 tick, but the trap is failing. So this could be a sign, evidence of right, basically L4 setup, H4 setup with a failed H5. We could reverse here, but I'm just sitting on my pause. I may take it actually on the 10K chart, but the risk is 1, 2, 3.5 points on the 10K chart. I may take it on 10K chart. The two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. I may take it, but in my opinion, the better trade is the trap on the 10K. It doesn't even trigger a trap here. It doesn't even give us our second entry long to make our trap. Wow. Wow. Very confusing. Too many overlapping bars now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. The trading range indicator marking the trading range here. Yeah, I reloaded my historical as well. I can try to reload it again. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. I'm reloading my historical once again, but I already reloaded it, so. But let's see. Maybe make a difference. I'll do it for you guys. Reloading the historical, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying what you're seeing so far. Boom, strong push down. See, that's why you don't trade against the EMA, pandas. Don't trade against the EMA. Very tricky too, pandas. Right, failed trap. Thinking it might go long, and it ends up reversing. Strong reversal. 10K never triggers that second entry long for us, so we can enter short, right, with that break of trend new high. Now it's making the move without us, unfortunately. The 5-minute also, the 20 EMA is acting as a strong resistance. Quick look at the daily here. This is the candle we're making it daily. I just don't know. I'm not sure if I can discern much from the daily, to be honest. Right? This is the best setup so far, right? 20-point move, and breaking this low, 20 points here with the second entry. But now we're making a new high. Not much for me to discern from, in my opinion. Not sure. Pandas, we hit the measure move, right? From this high to this low, to the pullback high to the low. So we're hitting the measure move perfectly right now. And depending on how the measure move, how it reacts to the measure move right now, we couldn't close below the measure move. It actually closes right on it. Depending on how this measure move is respected, I think we can get a good idea what's going to happen today. If we bounces off here, then I think we have basically maybe trading range day to bull trend day today. But if it disregards this measure move by like 2 or 3 points, then you're thinking, okay, this market, right? The bears are so strong and the bulls are so weak that it can't even bounce off this measure move. But bouncing off that measure move perfectly right now. If you guys rewind, I had this measure move here for a long time, and I mentioned that the reason why I wasn't going long here is because of the measure move, potential measure move here, and also we didn't make that new low. So that's why I didn't enter long here in any of those, and this is saved myself to $400 to $500 of losses probably there because I just waited. I was just patient. Aaron Corn asks, are we going south? It's too hard to tell in my opinion. I think we just made the measure move here. I almost want to go long here on the 10K chart. Still want to go long on the 10K chart. Still want to go long on the 10K chart here, but the risk is large on the 10K. Big risk below the 20 EMA. Enough room to the 20 EMA here though. Kind of like the 10K. Like I might just scalp one contract here to go long. I'm gonna look for 2 points here, pandas. I mean, it's just a 2, like a pullback. I'm gonna risk just one contract here, just because the risk is large. But it is a 2-legged pullback here. I'm gonna get for 2 points, enough room to 20 EMA here. But we have a nice 2-legged pullback forming here, and I'm gonna look for 2 points with one contract, potential 1, 2, 3, 4, like a $200 loss maybe, $200 to $300 loss, but it's all good, pandas. I think it's worth it. Just a 2-legged pullback, enough room to 20 EMA here, off the 10K chart. Decent signal bar, but currently disappointing price action. Just one contract here, trading one contract, trying to get back to the 20 EMA here. 2-legged move. If this traps, I may reverse it with my full position and just stop this out and just take this small hit and reverse my trade. But gonna just take this one contract trade. It's completely okay if I lose this as well. Don't mind losing this one contract here. I just like this 2-legged pullback. Enough room to 20 EMA here. I should have maybe marked this trading range. Might be a little too tight here. Maybe I'll skunk this. I'm liking how that looks. I'm liking the action right now. Don't like that. Still in Trap City. Could have came out break even. Maybe I should come out because it's just this downtrend on the 10K chart. May need to respect that a little bit here. And I may skunk it. Let me see if I can skunk this. If not, I'm gonna just reverse it on a trap here. $10K chart, one contract. Maybe look to skunk this here. There's not enough room, actually realizing after making this channel, it's not really enough room from the channel here. The channel could be resistance in itself. But 2-legged pullback on a 10K chart. Plenty of room to 20 EMA here. The time that was a decent trade. I may skunk this if I can get it. Making a strong push down right now. What my 10K, my 2K look like? Definitely will take a reversal pattern on the 2K chart if we get it. could just be in a strong downtrend. If that's the case, then it is what it is. I'll lose this one contract. 4, 5, that's $250. It's all good. Kind of curious here what's going to happen on the 2K chart. Now you're sweating. 2K chart, thinking potential reversal pattern here. Reversal pattern, I like that a lot to go long. But right now, this downtrend is a little too strong. I might trade way too counter trend on that on the 10K chart. We had this downtrend here, and I mean, it's a two-legged pullback downtrend, right? I mean, it's just a two-legged pullback. But it is what it is. Still waiting here. Just wondering what's going to happen. Like I said, Pandas, I'm completely okay losing this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's a little more than $250 trade loss if I lose this. But if I see a trap here, Pandas, thinking to go short because on 10K there's a trap. I might just skunk it on the trap, go short. But man, oh man, oh man. Just watching this, Pandas. Let's see what happens here. I was being lazy. I should have drawn this trend line here. Should have drawn it. A little too lazy right now. Ooh-wee. I mean, if this traps, I'm going to take this trap. I'm going to reverse it here. I'll take my hit on my one contract and reverse this trade on this trap here on 10K chart. I need to time this very well here. I'm going to take the hit on my one contract here, and I'm going to try to reverse this trade. If I get hit twice, it is what it is. But 10K reversal pattern. Reversal pattern here. Alright, I'm in this full load here. See if I can get a runner of some sorts. And if this fails, that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck a lot. If this trap fails on a 10K chart, that is gonna suck. I'll just say that right now. But it is what it is. I like the setup here. Below the 20 MA reversal pattern. Made that measure move. Tickling my price target. It's just tickled it. Don't know why it's tickling my price target. I don't like how it's bouncing off like that. Basically making a failed trap here on the 10K chart. Let's go, baby. I almost want this to... Alright, I mean, my stop loss. It's all good, baby. Stop me out like immediately my runner. It's all good. I wanted to marinate a little bit, see if I can get the runner, but it just like immediately stopped me out. But I would have been in this runner right now, but it's all good, Pandas. It's all good, baby. Let's go, baby. First scalp, first successful scalp. I really wanted to give some room for that runner, but it is what it is. Let's go, baby. Could have made a little bit more money, but it's all good. I was thinking maybe give it some time to marinate a little bit. Could have got 1, 2, 3. I mean, if I'm not getting 4 points there, then it is what it is. Looking back with that one contract, I lost 1, 2, 3 points. 3 points on one contract is $150. I'm up 75 right now. It's all good. One, 2, 3, 4 point runner. Man, see if I just held it a little bit, but at the same time, you know, you could have been like, it could have just reversed, and it is what it is. But unfortunately, it's all good, Pandas. That's a 10K chart for you. The measure move completely disrespected, disregarded. In my opinion, I mean, this measure move could still be a point where we come back. Right? People can reload here on this measure move, but with that measure move like that being disregarded, I mean, I'm thinking downtrend day today. This downtrend is very strong, actually. I was thinking I can make 1 point on the 10K chart, but you know, the fact that 10K chart trapped here with some strong follow through, I think is very telling on what kind of market we might have today. This is the 5-minute chart, clearly under the 20 MA. Probably gonna try to come back down here. We do have a trap set up right now on the 2K chart. I'm gonna set my pause though. I'm not gonna take this trap. It's a little far away from 20 MA, but it is a trap though. But I'm gonna skip it. For those who are really aggressive, can take this trap and, you know, potentially scalp a point here because of the strong downtrend we're in at the moment. But I'm gonna skip it. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Also, for those who are just joining the stream, I'm Bye Bye Money. Welcome to the stream. You are joining me on my Apex funded account evaluation journey to get a $150,000 account. I am working towards it, and right now I'm in the evaluation period. So, yeah, we're gonna find the best setups possible. We're gonna do it by trading only one single instrument, the biggest, baddest, most liquidable market in the universe, the S&P futures, the E-mini, the ES, whatever you want to call it. It's a Super Bowl trading. We trade it here every single day on the stream at 9 a.m. on Bye Bye Money. I trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this. We just try to find this setup in the best context possible. Boom, big move down. You see that? For those who went short there, right? This is why I'm saying once this measure move was disregarded, man, we have so much room to go down, right? When you do not respect the measure move like this, don't be surprised if we have a bear trend day today. And on the stream, we trade pure price action. So on the stream, on the charts, I only have things that help me with price action. Trading range indicator using pure price action to identify trading ranges. Also, the two-legged pullback indicator to identify all second entries. Automatically counts all legs for us and identifies traps. That's what I'm saying. You could have gone short there, just a little too far from the 20 MA for me. The 20 MA did catch up right here a little bit, but it's a little too far. But the strong downtrend, right? That's why some people who are aggressive will take that short. In fact, if you probably entered short there with a stop limit order, you probably would not have gotten filled. It moved so quick. I don't know if you would have gotten filled. Your order might be hanging right here. It moves so fast. Valiant effort though to bounce off that measure move. Good try, right? 4-point move up. if I had my runner, if I let that runner marinate just for like 5 seconds, then I would have caught all of this. I would have caught all this price action. But it is what it is, pandas. Unfortunately. Man. On-card right as how long would it take to learn the two-legged pullback and be able to consistently make gains? And it's hard to say. It's hard to say with everybody. It's different for everyone. I would say though, if you're really interested in learning the system, I recommend Price Action Trading System by Mac and also Al Brooks. These two people I always recommend for those who are starting. Definitely start off with Mac, and I say once you feel like you understand Mac pretty well, if you really want to get a deep dive into price action trading, go into Al Brooks. Getting a strong push up here now, pandas. Bottom of the channel. I want to see how it reacts to the top of the channel here. I don't think even I think it has to come to the top of the channel. The Woodman Jr. asks, hey Panda, how many contracts are you trading for this challenge? On stream, I'm trading 2. And I traded only 1 on the big risk trade. But I'm reducing my trades to half the contracts on stream. Because on stream, I've been like red a couple days. And so for me, I want to be green. I want to prove myself to be green for 1 week straight on stream before I up my contracts back up. But off stream, I'm trading 4 contracts. I'm treating it like because a drawdown is only $5,000. I'm treating it kind of like a $40,000 account. You know, I know like it's $150,000 in terms of the account size, but because of the drawdown, I'm treating it like it is a $40,000 account because of the drawdown. Like a $5,000 drawdown, that's like, if you lose like 3 or 4 trades in a row, that's you're halfway there. You're more than halfway there. You can potentially lose up to like $800 per trade, and so. NJ says Mac does live trading. He does not. I am the only person that streams live the two-legged pullback that I know of, at least. I'm the only one who does the two-legged pullback. So welcome to the stream, pandas. If you want more information about the two-legged pullback indicator, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Also, if you're interested in the funded account with Apex as well, there is a pinned message right now with a coupon code for 50% off until November 15th. And, helps a lot if you use the link in the pinned message. Do appreciate that. Make sure you scalp that like button as well. Oh, I was wondering, how am I up 75? It's because I was up 200 before that trade, and now I'm up 75. That's right. I was like, how was I up? So I'm pretty sure I lost more than I gained on that last trade. Right, this measure move, now coming back up into the measure move. Strong bull swing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bull bars in a row. You got to take note of that as a bear. If you're trying to go short, you got to take note of these 8 bear bull bars in a row. Gotta take note of that. You also gotta take note where we're bouncing off, right? This trend line, this channel right now. Small break of the channel here. Could have a small break to the top here. Symmetry. But I think we're gonna have some nice swings here. Just watching, pandas. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. If you were in that runner, right, you've been stopped out on that runner now, in my opinion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-point runner. $500. Not bad for a 10-point runner. My premise is like quickly changing just because this is such a strong reversal, right? Such a strong bull swing here. My premise could change at any moment because you shouldn't see this in a strong bull trend, right? Like the confidence of the bulls just buying up the market right now like this. I mean, that should not happen, right? In a strong bull trend, like something like this should not happen, but it's happening. So you're gonna have to start looking at the price action, saying the price action is a language, right? And it's basically telling us something, saying, hey, something's going on here. You know, like, you know, I'm trying to tell you something. The market's trying to tell you something right now. Bouncing off nicely off the top of this channel right now. If you want to see how I drew my trend line, just use this pivot high to this pivot high. Eight pushes down, absolutely incredible. You would not have known that unless you had the two-legged pullback indicator, but from this push here, it's been 8 pushes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pushes down before a previous pivot high was broken. Now the pivot high was broken here. Counts reset back to 1. We do have a two-legged pullback off, potentially off of this trend line here. But now we're above the 20 MA, which is super frustrating. The only trade here at this point, I mean, even taking this two-legged pullback. It's a two-legged pullback because if you look at the, let me make it a little bigger here, the super signal. Everything reset, I don't know why. The super signal is dark red, as you can see. That means it's a second entry. It's identifying this A, B, C. This two-legged pullback here, 2 pushes up, and a second entry. We're above the 20 MA. Hard to take this short, in my opinion. Even though we're bouncing clearly off this trend line, I'm gonna have to skip this short, plus a terrible signal bar. I almost had to skip the trap as well, but the trap for me, I feel like is a better trade because it makes its own two-legged pullback. A, B, C. It would be a picture trade to the long side potentially here. Trend line here. Small break here makes me think we're gonna have a small break to the upside. Hard to go short, hard to go long here as well, in my opinion. because we're in a downtrend. But with a strong move like this, you can potentially think, right? I mean, you have multiple break of trends, new highs. This will be first break of trend here of this larger channel. Oh man, bounce off of that trend line, so nice. It just looks so nice to bounce off that trend line. Terrible signal bar, right? Above the 20 MA, hard to take that trade in my opinion. But this trend line is just so nice, right? When you hit like that, terrible signal bar. Yeah, this can give you a point pretty easily. Downtrend. I just don't like how it's above the 20 MA. I don't like how it's also potentially bouncing off of this trend line now on this uptrend, right? Strong, right? Multiple bull bars in a row, right? But cannot break above this channel here. Having a tough time breaking above, right? Bulls are having a hard time going long. Hassan Marabi asks, how do you reload your historical data? Blood Tiger gives good advice. That's exactly how you do it. I will take a trap trade to the downside here. I cannot even go long here, pandas. I'm sorry. For those who are going long here, thoughts and prayers to you. I cannot go long here. I cannot. Not with this trend line. Not with the measure move also potentially acting as resistance. If we had a trap to the downside, I would take that, but I need a fail second entry long. No fail second entry long triggering at the moment. I still think we're in a downtrend, pandas. But right now, this uptrend is a little too strong for me to go short, right? Breaking above 20 MA. Just watching confusion, in my opinion, right? It's always confusing around this period where it's like, is this gonna reverse here or are we gonna continue this downtrend? It's gonna be a failed reversal. So that's why oftentimes at places like this, you'll see a lot of confusion because the market is actually trying to figure out what to do, right? The market's playing itself out. Micro double top here. Micro double top. I will take the trap to the downside if we get it, but I need the trap to trigger. Trap is not triggering. Trap triggers here. Goes up 2 ticks immediately. The 2 ticks is an obvious sign that there were stop traders there, right? People getting stopped out. If it goes up 2 ticks, there are. Doesn't mean there's a lot, but there were stop traders if it goes up 2 ticks like that. I am going short here, pandas. I'm gonna go up to the bottom of this trading range. It's a trap, right, to the long side with the ABC pattern. A, B, C, and we're respecting this trend line too well, in my opinion. So I'm gonna take this trap to respect this trend line. Bottom of the trading range here. Just watching though. I'm not even in this trade, so just watching. It looks a little bullish now. As the 20 MA is rising up like this. We're still in Trap City. Perfect scalp. I don't like that rising 20 MA like that. Don't like that. I gotta respect this trend line. If this trend line looks like this, with the 20 MA is rising like that, confusion for me. Confusion. I'm gonna stay here because I see the trading range indicator also giving us a double top here. I'm gonna take this trade. I'm gonna take it. If it triggers, I'm gonna take this. I think it's worth the risk here. It's getting a little choppy as well, but if we get out of Trap City, I'm no longer interested. Trap City's gone. Absolute scalp made to the upside. Could be an uptrend now, right? Could be a full-blown reversal. Very, very tricky. Very tricky here. But that's why when you go above the 20 EMA just a little bit like that, I don't take it. How many times on this channel have I skipped this trade and it made a point? I mean, it happened many times, but it just takes that one time for me to know like that. Every time I skip those trades, it's a good skip because of times like this. Can't go short here, right? Signal bar is too bad. Terrible signal bar. We are kind of finding the symmetry here. Small break here, small break here. I mean, it could make the move now, but this signal bar is really bad. Terrible signal bar. Above the 20 MA still, right? Scalps a point so quick, right? Because the context is not bad. The context above, right? The trading range indicator giving us a trading range here, the top of the trading range. Makes the absolute scalp immediately. That's how you know it's a good scalp. That's actually a good scalp there. But for us, the setup was not there. It just was not there. Terrible signal bar. It is what it is though. Pandas. Make sure you scalp that like button. Pandas, it does help a lot if you guys scalp that like button. I'm seeing that the likes have just been really little these days. So it does help a lot if you guys scalp that like button. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Much more than you know. Do this every single day for free, and so it does help a lot if you want to support the channel. Unfortunately, right, no setup for us right there. I wanted the trap trade. Right, I wanted the trap to do this, but instead of trapping, it gives us a strong bull bar ending near its high and then terrible signal bar. So what can you do? I'm just skipping that. Just watching, just watching. Trading range indicator marking perfectly where the bounce was here. Bounce off the top here, bounce to the bottom here. Just watching, just watching. Strong bear bar. Hitting the bottom of the trading range, bouncing off of it quite nicely. The trading range indicator telling us the trading range way back here, right? You can see it began here, right? Telling us that we're starting to get choppy. Pandas. Just waiting for our setups. No good setups. Pandas. So you guys are doing well. Wayne Bicknell says 76% winners for 40 plus points. Let's go, baby. This is paper on M and Q. You gotta start somewhere. The 76% win rate, depending on your strategy, is pretty good. If you're sticking strictly to like a pullback scalping, it has to be around 80 to 90% to be profitable. But if you have like some swing trade setups in there, then that's very good. Currently getting this double top here, but it's just hard to tell. You get this big reversal. I mean, clearly under the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. Clearly under the 20 EMA. 5 minute, clearly under the 20 EMA as well. But, right, it's just showing, it's starting to show some chop here. Right, overlapping bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars so far on the 5 minute. Showing confusion here. Not sure what's going to happen. Most likely, it should continue the original trend. It should go down. But with today's market, who really knows what's going to happen? Like, you always have the potential to go up. You have the 2K chart right in the middle of the trading range. Absolutely nothing you can do here. The trading range here, you got this big move up, move back down like to the middle of it, and we're just kind of floating in the middle right now, Pandas. Not much you can do. You know, when your 5 minute chart looks like this, you got to sit on your pause. You have to learn how to sit on your pause when your 5 minute looks like this. Like, it's a skill and beneficial to know when not to trade, and this is the time not to trade, in my opinion. This is not it. We're just waiting here. I mean, The 2K is not very helpful on which way we're going to go right now. But the 10K and the 5-minute are both under the 20 MA. And so it can give us a clue maybe that we're still in a downtrend. You know, when people hear about scalping, it's a lot of it is about waiting around. You know, the trade itself should be quick, but to wait for the scalp, man, that's what kills you. That's what kills you. ADLBH says, what ticker is this one? This is the E-mini, ES. It's the S&P futures. You may never traded it, but trust me, this is the biggest, baddest, most lucrative market in the world. Very hard to trade this. Nothing in my opinion here really stands out for me to trade. Other than the trading range indicator just doing its thing, doing its magic, as always. It looks like it wants to go down. Right? When I look at the higher time frames, when I look at the 10K chart, first break a trend, trying to make a new low. The 5-minute chart clearly under the 20 MA. But this trap here doesn't come back down to the bottom of these candles here. So this strong bull bar still in play. Looks like the 10K wants to make a new low, in my opinion, right? First break a trend right here, making a new low. The 2K chart. I don't know. 2K chart's not too helpful. I'm not sure if this is an uptrend or downtrend. When you look at this, are you in an uptrend or downtrend? Too hard to tell. Just watching though. You can do these micro trends here, right? Break a trend, new low. Could look for this two-leg pullback to go long. Maybe back to the top of the trading range here. I could potentially trade this with one contract. Maybe to the back to the top of the trading range here. Because of how choppy we are. But in my opinion, it looks like we're like drooping down. That's what it feels like, at least. I'll take a one contract trade here. I'll take this loss here. Completely fine. Potentially maybe back to the top of the trading range. But let's see if we can just scalp out here. We have the trading range indicator, right? With a two-legged pullback to the bottom of the trading range. Maybe we can make a point here. But we shall see. Again, completely okay losing this. I'm going to trade the trading range indicator as we have it. We hit the top of it, bottom of it. Now we can continue our downtrend. But I have a two-legged pullback to the bottom here, as you can see. A, B, C, two-legged pullback. A, B, see. Looking to scalp out here, but pandas looks like it wants to reverse. But these failed breakouts here, 1, 2, 3, 4 failed breakdowns of this trading range. Thinking potentially we can get a scalp here, even if this reverses, even this trap hits. Thinking still reverse, but it's all good if I lose this. It's like I'm trading a size right now. Like, wow, I really don't care if I lose. It's like it's so minuscule. I'm not gonna get rich, but you know, the trades are so small. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. In my opinion, I think it's worth the risk here, right? When we have a two-legged pullback off here with its choppiness, like I think we have, you know, the target should be the top of this trading range, but we're just trying to scalp out here, see if we can scalp out. It does trigger, right? This trap triggers immediately. It triggers only 1 tick though. It doesn't go 2 ticks on us, which is a good sign. Alright, I'm not interested in going short here either because we'll be going right into the bottom of the trading range. So I'm not interested in going short there. That's, yeah. Even if it does make a point, I'm just not interested in going short there. When you're like this choppy, it's just hard to say. But what I do feel like is we're in the bottom of some sort of trading range. So I'm willing to go long towards the bottom, on the bottom half of the trading range, right? To get a point. Try to get back to the top. In my opinion, I'm trying to take advantage of this choppiness that we see here. Got stopped out. It's all good, pandas. What can you do? I mean, now we're in the bottom trading range. Thinking coming back maybe to the top of the trading range here, just because we're so choppy. It might make the move now, but it is what it is. If I were to, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It might make the move now, but I mean, that's the danger of trading a chop. You get chopped up. But congrats to those who are in this trade, right? Absolute scalp made. But in my opinion, like going right to the bottom of this trading range here, it's a little tricky. Right, and after getting burned here, it's not like I'm eager to get back into it right here. So even if this makes a point, I'm just like, it is what it is. I took my chance here. It's all good. It stopped me out by 1 tick and reversed. Oh, that is the market. Triggering up now, coming back down. It's just really choppy right now. It is what it is. I wish these streams had more movement or better setups, but streams, in my opinion, the setups are doo-doo. A tricky market here, right? It triggers here, outside bar reversal. Should have just sat on my pause. I think I got a little too eager. I saw a good signal bar and stuff. Two-legged pullback, maybe get to the top of the trading range. Failed to do so, but it is what it is. A, B, C, decent signal bar. Chop here, trying to come back, make a point here. Maybe should have gone in with the higher low setup. More probable. Hard to say. But at this moment, it's just choppy. It's no trades for me. Even if this triggers, I'm not interested in going short here. Simply not. Got so many overlapping bars. When I say overlapping, I mean I know it's kind of going downwards, but all these wicks here, right, keeps trying to push up, right, showing me that there's strength from the bulls, trying to reverse this. And when I see evidence of bulls like this, I'm just like, too hard to say. J80, yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Apex might be bad news. They screwed me up, locked me out, and no customer service. I will still be short ES. Not sure what happened to you, J80. Ben Mao as well for me. The customer service has not been bad. I asked a couple questions. They're pretty quick. It's just like, even if you're short, you're just like, man, when you look at this price action, you're like, what's going on here? Maybe I'll go in with a higher low setup. If it's a second entry higher low setup. I'm still thinking trading range here. But, I mean, it is what it is. Higher low setup potentially if it's in a good spot. One, two, three, four, 5 bear bars in a row. But all of them have big wicks above it. Large wicks above them. Potential L4 setup here. L4 failure. Or H4 failure, sorry. H4 failure. Still choppy though. Absolutely incredibly terrible price action right now. In the last 20 minutes, the price action has been horrendous. The only setup really, it was maybe this short here, but right into this, like this ledge, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits right there, 5, 6, 7 hits right there. Hard trade in my opinion to go long or to go short right into here. Even though it's like a trap setup, when you have this much support here, hard to say in my opinion. Strong bull bar ending near its high. Almost want to go long right away. But I'm going to wait for my setup. Higher low setup. Kellyanne still holding short to a new low. Let's hope you get it. I'm not in this trade, so I hope you get yours, because I'm not in one right now. But the price action is telling me otherwise right now. I'm not sure if that new low is gonna happen, but thoughts and prayers. Hopefully it does for your sake. Edward Wells says, just lost 400. Time to trade on pure emotion. Let's go, B. Don't go on tilt, please. Do not go on tilt. Strong bull bar with some follow through. I might take a higher low setup here. I might swing 2 contracts at the top of the trading range. We do have the H4 setup here. I'll look for the higher low setup here. Bottom of the trading range to top of the trading range. I think because my premise is pretty strong on trading range because of all the chop here. I think we're going to come back to the top here. It's my hunch. Strong move down. Potential trap on the 5-minute chart. You can see the trap here. That trap will be a nice catalyst to go down. Maybe making that new low for Kellyanne. That's what I'm hoping for her sake. J80 says, so it's a scam. It's not a scam. That's clearly written in the rules. They mention unrealized gains is also part of your threshold. So I mentioned that many times on the stream, but J80, you must have not read it carefully enough or watched the videos, but they're pretty clear on the fact that the threshold moves based on unrealized gains and also unrealized losses. And so if you're like in like this huge swing unrealized, you know, make this huge profit unrealized, and then you go all the way down to like the original, like break even, you can actually lose a challenge because of your unrealized gains to unrealized losses. J80 says that's going to be almost impossible to pass. We'll find out. We'll find out if it's impossible to pass. You got to manage your runners very tightly, your swings very tightly. In my opinion, that's the only way to do it. Plus, you gotta trade small. You want to trade the max contract sizes, but I'm trading about 4 contracts doing this challenge, right? I think it's almost impossible to trade like 10 contracts and try to pass this evaluation. Passing it by trading 10 contracts, you'll hit your stop, the threshold so quick. So you gotta be patient. You gotta trade small contracts, or not that small. I mean, I think 4 contracts is pretty good. But, yeah. Got chopped up here, the 5-minute. I mean, if you see this 5-minute, that's the definition of chop. It is what it is. I'm going to take this higher low setup though, pandas. And let's see what happens. Like I mentioned, I'll take the higher low. I'll take this higher low. Decent signal bar. Higher low setup here. See if I got a higher low setup. Back to the top of trading range. Taking a higher low setup here. Bottom of the trading range, potentially to the top of the trading range. Let's see if we get it. If we lose this, then well, it's about time to end the stream anyway, so. Probably my last trade of the stream. If this doesn't trigger, then maybe I'll take the trap on the 5-minute. If this doesn't trigger. And the 5-minute looks like this right now. There's a trap to the downside. Okay, I'm in this trade. Higher low setup here. Stop loss is going to be down here. And if I lose this, it is what it is. Thinking coming back maybe top of the trading range here. Decent signal bar, bottom of the trading range. Trying to look for the top of the trading range here. Gonna try to scalp out with a runner, but it is what it is, you know. If I lose, I lose. You move on to the next trade. Simple as that. I'm contemplating swinging the entire position to the top, but I'll just stick with my original strategy here. Let's go, baby. Let's get to the top of the trading range here on the trading range indicator. It'd be nice if we can get there. Don't want to get stopped out, but if I do, it is what it is. Got stopped out, but it's all good. Let's go, baby. Wanted that higher low to get up here, but it's all good. It looks like it wants to go down still, but it's getting that scalp, losing on the runner. It's all good. You know, because of stuff like this might happen. This is a two-legged pullback, failed to break out of the... But I can't go short here right into the bottom of this trading range. I cannot do that again. It's just, I skipped it one time, I'm gonna skip it again. This is the only setup right now, this trap trade to the long side. I can't go short here, not enough room to the bottom trading range, as you can see. But it's just so choppy, it's very choppy. Comes to the bottom trading range. I'm gonna see how it reacts to it, bouncing off of it currently. I'm gonna see if it disregards it. Nope, it's respecting it. Okay, broke below it, one tick. The 5 minutes still showing signs of a trap here, but it's so choppy. Man, but the trap looks decent in my opinion to go short, right? To make a new low, but because of all this chop, I cannot take this trap. You know, when you have this much chop here, I just can't do it. I can't do it. You make the point here off this two-legged pullback though. Right, failed breakout to the top of the trading range. The trap does trigger on the 5 minute pandas. So for those who are in this, thoughts and prayers to you if you took this trap to the downside. The big problem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you got your scalp, absolute scalp on that trap. So you're scalped out already. Potentially, hopefully, you're just in your runner. But it's just too choppy, pandas. I can't take it. I cannot take this trade. Cannot go short there. Not into that. But this trading range is not really, I'm not sure. I'm not sure this trading range is really being that noticed right now. Let's just say. We hit the top to the bottom, but we're failing to get back to the top, right? We've reversed at the midpoint of it, and boom, shot down hard to make a new low. We could be on some sort of thing like this, where this is the downtrend to new low here. We could make the reversal here at any point, but pandas, let's just say I have no idea what's going on, and it is what it is. But we're gonna end a little red today, pandas. I mean, you can see my account balance. You know, I'm putting it all out there. The account balance right now is showing, right? Also shows you the auto liquidate threshold as well. And so I'm putting it all out there when so you guys can see. You know, I'm putting it all out there. So anyone essentially who's still skeptical about this, you know, this trading or me trading, I mean, hopefully, I don't know what else can convince you otherwise, but putting it all out there. Pandas, hope you guys do well. Trade safe, everybody, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Yeah, as always, happy trading. God bless. Stick to the plan.